What is going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it is time to talk about Mob Psycho 100, Episode 7. Also, 7 Deadly Sins chapter review is out at the same time as this video, so if it did not pop up in your subscriptions, check my channel for that. Anyways, this episode of Mob Psycho, unlike the 7 Deadly Sins chapter, this was not a simple episode. Just like the last episode, they put a lot into this one, and I don't dislike it. It doesn't feel rushed or anything, but it feels like they're putting a lot into episodes that don't really, like, I don't know, like the scene with Reagan and Mob with that vase and everything. Like, it had some funny moments. It was kind of cool to see Reagan go con artist mode on the con artists. Like, it was kind of fun, but it felt out of place with the rest of the episode, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't really serve any purpose to have Mob in that situation, like, at all. So that was a little weird. But yeah, so you get mostly focus on the brother, who is named Ritsu. Ritsu meets up with Dimple, and Dimples can't possess him because he's so weak now from bringing himself back. But he can control the output of Ritsu's psychic powers. So Dimple goes inside of him, he gets the cheeks, he can't possess him, but psychic powers galore. And he's starting to act a lot like, what was his name? Teru? And he even meets Teru, and the wig is ridiculous. But anyways, he meets up with Teru, and Teru actually has changed as a person. He's more like Mob in terms of his philosophy about his psychic powers, and he would have totally fucking kicked Ritsu's ass had they actually fought, but Ritsu ran, which was smart. And we get some stuff with that student council president. Like I said, this episode has a lot of shit going on. The stuff with the student council president and like the gangs and everything, and they all want to take out Mob. And Mob's brother, Ritsu, acts as Mob, takes out a dude. They think it's the council president. They attack him. He gets his comeuppance for all the bullshit from kicking out the quote-unquote perverts from the school. You know, he gets comeuppance, which is good. And he's locked in his room, and he's done with this. But Ritsu doesn't want to be done with it. And Ritsu's character change, it's a little rushed, I would say. But I don't know, because I know that he wants to get stronger. He wants the psychic powers. And he said something about feeling like regret and the guilt of doing what he's doing with all these students is what's fueling his powers. Those emotions are what's fueling him, and they're making him stronger, so he wants to bring more of those emotions to the forefront. But it does cause a change in him, and it's very, very fast. Like, it's a really fast change for his character, and I'm not really sure I like the direction he's... It's not that I don't like the direction he's going in. I actually do like the direction he's going in. It's the speed at which he's going in this direction that I'm kind of iffy on. Like, I'll just say right now, Dragon Ball Super, the Zamasu character, way better handled for a character who's seemingly going to be turning evil when compared to this. This is much faster, much more rushed. I'm not even sure if I understand his motivation completely. I think it has to do with the guilt and regret and stuff like that for kicking those students out of school or getting those students in trouble, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I think that's what his motivation is, and I think that's why he's getting stronger and changing as a person. Perhaps the psychic powers are doing something to him. It just feels kind of rushed. I'm not quite getting it, but if you could explain down below, that would be great. If the manga explains it better, or the webcomic, whatever, you can tell me. Just don't spoil too much if you're gonna, you know, talk about stuff like that, or spoil anything, I should say. But yeah, and Dimple, I'm liking him more now that he has a functional purpose in the story, and that's controlling the output of Ritsu's abilities. That's definitely good. And then the ending of the episode with Mob showing up, that was a great way to end it. And it looks like they might fight in the next episode, but then there's that hooded dude who's chilling, watching it go down, so it might be like a three-way Esper fight, and it's going to be interesting to say the least. So I definitely can't wait for next week. That'll be fun. As far as negatives in the episode, like I said, I do feel his development is rushed. I feel like they're putting a little too much in the episodes. And even though there is, I mean, because like One Piece episodes would cut between the different, you know, Straw Hats and whatever they're doing a lot of times, they would be kind of all over the place, but it really isn't as cluttered as this is. Like this, I don't know, there's just something about this to where it feels like it's, I don't know, it's not organized well, I guess. I'm not too sure, but I don't know. I just didn't like the structure of the overall episode too much. Last week's, I think, had a lot in it, but it was a little bit better than this one. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just nitpicking. But it wasn't like a bad episode or anything. I'd still probably give it like a solid 7.5 out of 10. I did think the alley fight was a little underwhelming, though. Like, the animation was great, as it always is, but I felt that the I don't know, maybe something went wrong with the storyboarding, because I just didn't really like how a lot of the shots were framed. The fighting and animation was really good overall, but I just didn't really like how the shots were set up and everything, so that could have been a storyboarding issue, I'm not sure. But yeah, I wasn't really a huge fan of the alley fight. I get that they're in an alley, so there's not a lot you can do as far as zooming and stuff, but still, it was a little underwhelming, but overall, the episode was pretty good. Kind of had a lot of bad to say about it, but it still had funny jokes, and it still had some cool moments with some side characters, and it was cool to see the student council president dude get his comeuppance, and it's cool to see Ritsu getting character development, even if I do feel that it's kind of rushed. Or not kinda, it's pretty damn rushed. But who knows, we'll see what happens in the next episode, we'll see where this is going. But that's pretty much all I have to say about the episode, to be honest. Not a great one, but it was still pretty good. It was still enjoyable, and it was still well put together for the most part. But yeah, hopefully this isn't a problem that persists for the next, what's this going to be, probably like a 12 episode, 13 episode season? Hopefully this doesn't persist for like the next 4 or 5 episodes, but 5, 6, whatever. Anyways, that's all I have to say. So, what did you guys think of this episode of Mob Psycho 100? You can tell me in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both of those would really help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already or if you like what you've seen here. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching.